Hey everybody, it is Zipporah from Buzzworthy Media. We are just getting ready to go live here well, we are live, so welcome. If you're watching this live is about confidence on camera. My name again is Zipporah and I'm with Buzzworthy Media. We help entrepreneurs create better videos and income from those videos. So, but today's topic is about confidence on camera, and this is one of those do as I say, not as I do type of instances, because I am much more comfortable on the other side of the camera, but I can teach you how to be confident on camera. And one of those ways immediately is to start looking at the camera hole on your camera. So as my little pointer here, when you start looking down at yourself, you lose that connection with the audience. When you're looking up here, now I'm looking directly at you instead of kind of more or less at myself. But anyhow, right up here at the very tippy top of your camera, so I'm about to, there you go. So that's where you want to look on your camera, is that little pinpoint hole that you'll see on the front facing camera. You can do lives rear facing, but it helps to have somebody else controlling and kind of doing your interactions with your audience, if you're going to do it that way. Anyhow, so where to look, first of all, is always look at the eye hole, because there is that connection that you make with your audience there. When you... Hello, Bonte just slipped in the middle of the live. Bonte, you disappoint me. Anyhow, for the ladies out there, you always, and gentlemen too, actually, psychologically there is a difference in camera angles. When you're looking up at a shot, you're in a more of a vulnerable stance. When you are looking down on your audience from a slightly elevated position, you don't want to go kind of way over the top on that, because the higher up you are, the more cocky you seem and not confident. So there's very subtle camera angles that will lend that emotion to the picture that you're producing. See, that's the other reason you don't look at yourself in there, because then you start noticing things with your hair. Do as I say, not as I do. So look at the camera hole, because you look at yourself and you're going to go, oh, my hair looks funky. Who cares? The content is what is important here. So when you choose your stance, just know that those camera angles do have that slight bit of difference in them. Anyhow, moving on. If you choose to stand, you want to stand with confidence. You want to put your shoulders back, chest out, butt out. Talk to your personal trainer about how you should be standing. I actually had that lesson from a personal trainer once. I was not standing correctly. So have that confident stand. Choose, now I'm Jewish, so I talk with my hands a lot. Jews, Italians, we like to do this. Just the other reason I like having the Bonte, because then I can. Anyhow, so choose your body language. Who are you? What do you stand for? What are you, be you, but not over the top. So I have an article on my website about how to dress on camera, and that will actually lend itself to kind of those public speaking or standing up type engagements where you're going to be on camera. When you're doing something like this, obviously sitting is probably best for Facebook Lives. You're trying to have to interact a little bit with your phone, see who's watching, say hello, answer questions as they might come up. So having your hands free for that is good as well. But just be wary of your body language. If you sit slumped and down and kind of puts you in a different light than when you're sitting upright with your shoulders back and speaking with confidence. So and then as far as equipment to use, I actually meant to put on, do as I say, not as I do. I forgot to put on my headphones. I have those. They're great. I love them. They work really well. I have these little Skullcandy headphones that I use that has the mic on them, and they sit around my neck, which is much more comfortable for me than any over-the-ear or earbud type things. They do have earbuds actually, but and surprisingly, they're the only ones that have stayed in my ears very well. So, obviously, just a camera, phone, your phone's camera for a Facebook Live type video, or if you're going for slightly more professional look, you might want to upgrade your camera. But again, most people are just doing lives right now to get themselves started with video marketing. So your camera phone and those a pair of headphones with a mic is a great thing. That way you can sit further back and still have the same audio connection that there was prior to, not prior to, but not having it. So when I sit back, my voice distances itself from my phone's camera. You can't hear me as well as when I sit up closer to the microphone. So if you don't have a microphone yet, that's something you want to consider just getting. Those Skullcandies were about $60. So if you'd like me to send you the Amazon link, just PM me, and happy to send you that. So anyhow, that is pretty much it for confidence on camera. You do want to practice what you have said before you get on camera. This is kind of a side note aside from what I had written down. So here's the other thing you want to do when you're doing a Facebook Live. Just keep yourself on track. But this is an aside. The whole thing that inspired this Facebook Live actually today was a video I was working on. Where the speaker was not, I could tell she had the confidence to be there, that she knew what she was talking about, but she got nervous when she was on camera. So that's kind of the aside from this, is that when you hit that record button, it's no different. You're just talking to one, just imagine one person on the other side, or whatever your preferred speaking about your topic is. Some people like to speak to large groups. Some people like to speak to small groups. Some people like to speak one-on-one. You know, it depends on your particular interactive psychology, basically. You know, how do you prefer? Because that's an important factor in working with other people, is knowing how you like to work with people. And if your personality matches up with their personality work-wise. Anyhow, whole different aside. I'm big into the psychology of all of this type of stuff. So, if you guys want more things like this, I did this on my personal page today because I wanted to reach the maximum audience that I could. Right now, I have started a Facebook group. You're welcome to go over there and join. If it's a Video Marketing Academy, it's Facebook.com/groups/YouTube Marketing Tips, all one word. And it's called the Video Marketing Academy. You can look that up as well. I'm going to be doing trainings like this every week, probably multiple times a week, trainings on different topics. And on Thursdays, we have the Thrifty Video Tips, which this week is how to build a slider rig for $15 at Home Depot or Lowe's, whichever your preferred home improvement store is. And you get a YouTube channel review as an incentive for signing up to the group. It's totally free, no cost. But anyhow, see you guys over there. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day. If you don't have any questions, which I haven't seen yet. So bye.